Welcome to the presentation on eSigma integrated CAPI module and desktop version for data entry of ASUS Round 2. Let us first discuss about the eSigma. eSigma is basically a generalized multimodal application which comprises of numerous modules, and its main function is to digitize the entire flow of work right from uploading of sample list by DQAD to canvassing of data in field by enumerators to finalizing the unit level data. This user manual gives a complete and detailed account of all the users that are there in eSigma along with their users and privileges. Like there is user management module, there is survey setup module, supervisor enumerator tagging. This module facilitates the formation of teams which of supervisors and their respective enumerators. Then task allocation, this module will facilitate the allocation of FSUs or tagging of FSUs with the enumerator and supervisors. Dashboard is for assessing the progress of FSUs, and query wall for knowing the answers to particular queries, self learning, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this eSigma application is available for desktop and tablets at two different links. What these two links are, we will be discussing in due course of our presentation. Now moving over to ASUS 2 schedule. For canvassing the data of ASUS round 2, two different applications have been designed. The first application is CAPI, and as the name suggests, CAPI is accessible in tablets only. Also, this CAPI is one of the module in eSigma. As you can see from here that CAPI module is one of the module of eSigma. The user need not log into this CAPI module separately. It is invoked through eSigma only. In other words, the user will have to first log into the eSigma and from there choose CAPI module to navigate to the main survey canvassing page. Now on the other hand, the other version is the desktop version, and this desktop version has been designed to facilitate the data entry work by the enumerators. Okay, and one point that I need to mention here is that there are two basic differences between desktop version and CAPI for data entry. The first point is desktop version of ASUS data entry is not invoked through eSigma. Unlike in the case of CAPI, this the user will have to log into this application separately. Also, in tablet or CAPI version, selection of establishment in LSU page is automatic, whereas in the desktop version selection of establishments is manual. These are the only two differences between the both of these applications. Rest of the process of canvassing the schedule, submission to the supervisor, from supervisor to DPD users, the entire process in both of these applications is same. Okay, now let us see what are the links that have been provided to us. So this is the first link. Let us click this. Let us open this link in web page. So this is the main page of eSigma. So this, as I have already discussed, through this application, FOD users will be able to create to tag FSUs to enumerators to see the progress of their FSUs, and there is self-learning module. If they wish to see particular concept of on schedule, they can go to self-learning module, and from there they can make them understand the various nitty-gritties of the survey. Then there is query module. So all those things are there in eSigma, and one can work with those in this. And this application is meant for desktop version only. Now the next link is this link. Let us open this link too. So as you can see that there are 5 different links, of which 2, that is link number 2 and link number 5, pertains to PLFS, and therefore we will be ignoring these links in our presentation. Then the first link is esigma.apk, second is ASUS 21 Windows, third is ASUS 21.apk. I would like to mention here is that all those links that end up with .apk are meant for tablets only. in other words, these are the links which will be working on tablets. Okay, as we are giving this presentation on desktop version, so we will be making use of this link. This is ASUS 21 Windows link. Let us click on this link. So download it, download anyway. To save my time, I have already kept a downloaded copy of this link in my folder. So this is the link. This is the basically the folder that I have extracted through the link. Okay, now the next thing that we need to do is to go to settings of our computer. So let us go to settings. So from here, click on update and security. Here there is one more tab which is for developers. Click on this link, and then this is developer mode. Click on this link so that the link can be enabled. Okay, so this way we have kept our developer mode on. Okay, now close this window. Now copy this downloaded folder and paste it into our C drive. I have already pasted this drain link. Now extract this folder here. Open this folder. Now we can see that there are several folders under this master folder. Now click on this batch file for installation of desktop version. Okay, run. So you can see that the application is getting installed in our machine. So press enter to continue. So our application has been installed. Now, so this is the keyword. This is the application that has been installed. What we can do is we can pin this application to our taskbar for ease of our work. So this is the main screen of ASUS round 2 desktop version. Okay, now the next thing is we have to log into the system. So let us log into this application with an enumerator ID. One thing that I would like to mention here is that whenever you are giving the username, try to give this username in block letters. So login. So you can see that there are 3 different tabs. First tab is survey FSU, referred back FSU from SSU, and then cancel. Survey FSU, as the name suggests, will take the user to all the FSUs that have been assigned to this user, and then referred back FSU from SSU, if there are some FSUs that have been referred, that have been submitted by enumerator to his supervisor, and supervisor has referred those FSUs back. So all such FSUs can be seen using this tab. And then cancel tab is the tab which will take you out of your, which will take us out of this application. So first click on this button. So it is asking that no pending task in local device. Would you like to download from the server? So the one thing I would like to mention here is that as soon as we click on this tab, it will ask the user that it will download all the FSUs that have been assigned to this user by his supervisor and are lying somewhere in the cloud. Those FSUs will get downloaded in the machine where this login has been made. Okay, so I am clicking on this, and for downloading this list of FSUs, internet connection is must. Once we get this list, it means all these FSUs have come to my local device. I can work upon these FSUs even when I am not having any internet connection. Only thing is I will be using internet connection again at the time of submission of this FSU to the SSO. Okay, so let us So this is the list of FSUs that have been assigned to this enumerator, and as you can see, top right corner there is schedule LSU and schedule ESU. Schedule LS, click on this button will take you to the LSU button, LSU schedule, and on this button will take you to the ESU button. Okay, so let us start any of the FSU to start our work with. So I am selecting this one and click on schedule LSU. So this is the block number 0, block number 1. As you can see that some of the blocks have already been filled up, and rest of them we need to start. So we need to start these blocks that have been filled up, have been taken directly from the sample list. Software is filling them automatically from the sample list. So our data entry part will start from this item, approximate present population. So let us give it as before proceeding for data entry, let us first discuss the utilities of the various buttons that you can see on the screen. The first button is the save button. Now this save button, as the name suggests, will save the entire data that have been entered on this page. Also, when I will click on this button, I will be getting all possible checks that have been embedded in the software. Okay, so when we are talking about checks, I would like to mention here is that there are two different kinds of checks that are been given in this software, in this package. The first type of check is the hard check, or we call it a critical error, which will be reflected with red color. The other type of check is the warning check, which is basically a soft check, and it will be reflected with yellow color. So the difference between both of these checks is that red color check will be if it remains in the data, it will not allow the user to submit the data to the SSO. Whereas if there remains some yellow check in the data, yellow error, yellow soft checks, then the user can proceed with those checks with that data to the supervisor. Okay, so this is the check, and I would request everyone to whenever some error or warning message is flashed, the same should be checked carefully and action should be taken accordingly. So as and when some check is coming, it is always advisable to update, to check your data and update that accordingly. Otherwise, at the time of submission of data, if red checks are not cleared, system will not allow you to submit data and proceed further. Now the next button is this button on the top right side. This is the next button. This button, as the name suggests, this button will navigate the user to the immediate next block. Here again, if there are some errors in the block, one alert message will be given. However, the user can retain those errors temporarily, as in the case of the save button. Now the next button is the cancel button. As cancel button is nothing but this button will allow the user to remain on the same page. And then this is the back back arrow. Okay, this is the back arrow button, which will take the user to the immediate last block. Okay, so these are the basically 4 buttons that will be there on each and every page of this package, and will facilitate the data canvassing. Okay, so and then remaining part of the schedule will be taken care of in the next presentation. Thank you.